we're implementing all these rules that and Elon wants to dismantle them, then technically our ideology has led us to not making money because we're not making money. And Elon wants to turn it the other way so that we can make money. There's a statement they need all 7,000 people to say. And so they can't tell us that the real truth. He has Asperger's.
Yeah, I know that.
So he's special. You're special needs. You're literally special needs. So I can't even take what you're saying seriously.
Well, in this video, excuse me while I sip from this mug of my favourite special needs person. What appears to be yet another immorally and unethically secretly recorded discussion between a person from Project Veritas and an alleged Twitter employee. I'll always give the benefit of the doubt, so let's assume this is fake until proven otherwise, but let's proceed based on the possibility. Maybe this could actually legitimately be who it appears to be saying what they appear to say. Now I know some of you are getting sick of the Elon Musk Twitter, the woke mob and so on. Don't worry, plenty more Tesla stock related videos coming soon, including later today where I review ARK Invest's latest comments on their Tesla valuation model. But I can't stay quiet on this stuff because this appears to be another compelling insight into some, not all, some of the ways that some of Twitter's current employees think about topics like free speech, censorship, Elon Musk, and people on the autism spectrum, which funnily enough would make up a very large percentage of Twitter's engineers in particular. And before we jump into this video, don't forget, if you'd like your own Don't Bet Against Elon shirts, mugs, hoodies, support your favourite special needs person. Great conversation starter. There's a link at the pinned comment. I mean, hey, why not grab a couple? So let's watch this potentially rather damning secret recording. I'm going to share my thoughts and comments along the way.
Well, right now we don't make profit, so it's going to say ideology, which is what's led us to not being profitable. The rest of us who have been here believe in something that's good for the planet and not just to give people free speech.
Now, my interpretation here is that this friend of ours is suggesting that many people within Twitter believe that they're doing a service to the planet, to humanity. They're making the world a better place by failing to uphold the principles of free speech, disallowing certain people to share their thoughts, opinions, and ideas. Now, don't get me wrong. There are many ways to have a positive impact on the planet, not just in upholding the principles of free speech. However, I believe that this kind of thinking can cause people to become so self-righteous. They think they're doing so much good in the world and their way is the only way, that they may in fact be doing things that are extremely harmful, but so blinded by their feelings of self-righteousness, like they're saving the world, they fail to see the damage they're causing. Of course, I could be wrong here, just thinking out loud, but just between you and I personally believe that what Twitter has been doing in the last few years as it relates to fact-checking, censorship, shadow banning, deplatforming, promoting and demoting certain tweets without any transparency whatsoever has not had a positive impact on humanity. Far from it.
Because again, these people really do believe in what we're doing. These are the policies we've put in place for misinformation or mislabeling media or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do you think this should be taken down?
Yeah.
Those are the questions they're going to ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for him to be like, oh, because people should make their own decision. It's like, no, but people don't know how to make a rational decision if you don't put out correct things that are supposed to be out in the public.
Man, this is getting super dark, super fast. Now, this stuff makes my skin crawl. Essentially, what we heard there, at least based on my interpretation, is that it's a terrible idea to allow people to make their own decisions. No. We at Twitter, we're saving the planet, remember? It is our responsibility to make sure that people only see the correct information, the correct things, so that they definitely make the right decision. They can't possibly make the wrong decision if they're only provided the right information to make the right decision. You see that? Get it? Yeah, we're keeping everyone safe and doing a good service to the planet. I find this deeply disturbing. Is it just me? This may, in fact, be the way that many people within Twitter think about their role, their service to the planet. We can't allow people to freely share their thoughts, opinions, and ideas because they might make the wrong decision. It's our job to make sure that people only see the information that will lead them to making the right decision, which is the decision that we want them to make, which certainly couldn't involve any of our own biases. Now, the last time I publicly ridiculed and criticized Twitter for failures in censorship and fact-checking, like banning an outlet that posted a factual story that more than likely would have completely changed the outcome of the most recent US presidential election, for some strange reason, coincidentally, my Twitter account was shadow banned for the next week, ensuring that my tweets reached nobody but my existing followers or very few accounts that had very frequent interactions with me. So because I'm a gigantic pussy and scared, I'm definitely not going to say that Twitter fucked up severely in this case, because they were trying to make sure that people made the right decision, and there was definitely no bias there, no political bias whatsoever. And it's a good thing that Twitter didn't block people from even sharing this story just prior to the presidential election, because that might have been bad, because they might have made the wrong decision and voted for the wrong person. Yep, so looking forward to my next shadow ban. Can you guys and girls start to see where it can become problematic if the mindset of people within a company such as Twitter are thinking, you know what, rather than allow people to think freely and share their thoughts, opinions and ideas freely, discuss, debate, etc., it's our responsibility to make sure that they don't see the wrong information that could possibly lead them to making the wrong decision ever. That's our job. In my opinion, this kind of thinking is super dangerous. Imagine if Twitter existed, I don't know, 2,000 years ago? How about 600 years ago? How about 500 years ago? Now, if you don't know your history, well, spoiler alert, every single scientist on the fucking planet would probably have been permanently banned from the platforms for sharing crazy, ridiculous, heretical thoughts and opinions. Ideas such as the fact that the Earth, in fact, orbits the sun and not the other way around, and gravity exists. Everything is composed of atoms and so on, Can't have people spreading that misinformation. They literally would all be banned. Actually, 500, 600, 700 years ago, they'd all be killed. Wish I was joking, I'm not. This is why this matters, okay? We're seeing similar manifestations of the same dumb mistakes that humanity has made over and over and over again. With a longer time perspective, humans have literally just crawled down from the trees. In my opinion, those who seek to suppress, hide, obscure, censor, fact check, and so on are the modern day manifestation of the same motherfuckers who used to burn people at the stake for saying something that was true and factual that they just didn't agree with, that didn't align with their worldview. They had the wrong opinion. Now, of course, some things that some people said back in the day were wrong, and that's okay, but it's okay to be wrong and to say something that is wrong. It's not okay, in my opinion, to self-righteously decide, oh no, that opinion invalid, not true, it cannot be heard by anyone, it can be discussed, debated, disproven, or proven. No, not appropriate, just make that disappear. The same motherfuckers today who are working at Twitter and within big tech, fact-checking and censoring because of these dangerous opinions are the exact same motherfuckers who hundreds of years ago were burning people at the stake for making scientific observations and going, hang on guys, I did some experiments and they seem to prove unequivocally that this is the way reality is. Next minute, dead.
Advertiser as my business is what I do every day, and why I go out is like, we want it to be as fair and transparent and accurate as possible.
Yeah.
And if that means there's a level of censorship to make it correct, quote unquote, again, and what does correct mean? I guess it just kind of goes back to the idea of like, well, what is correct? If we're implementing all these rules that and Elon wants to dismantle them, then technically our ideology has led us to not making money.
Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys and girls think? Has Twitter's ideology, fact-checking, censorship, certain opinions are not allowed to be shared on our platform had anything to do with the company being a steaming pile of excrement in terms of profitability? Let me know below.
Because we're not making money. And Elon wants to turn it the other way so that we can make money. There's a statement they need all 7,000 people to say. And so they can't tell us that the real truth. He has Asperger's.
Yeah, I know that.
So he's special. You're special needs. You're literally special needs. So I can't even take what you're saying seriously.
A little bit to discuss here. Now, first of all, I just want to point out that I take major issue secretly recording somebody. This is just absolutely fucked up. That being said, here's a tip for life for everybody watching. Become the kind of person who, if you were being recorded, filmed 24 hours a day without your knowledge, would never say or do anything that you wouldn't be proud for your friends, family, and children to see. Of course, this will likely require significant personal development and growth. So let's take a moment here. Our friend Alex, I haven't even read his name yet, Alex, quite clearly openly ridiculing and mocking people with autism, implying that Elon Musk is special needs and therefore you can't take anything he says seriously. I suspect quite a few people who have Asperger's, aka are on the autism spectrum, may see this clip and find it somewhat offensive. I'm an autist, loud and proud, and I actually just find this amusing. This is the depth of the thinking or lack thereof here. Elon has autism, therefore I can't take anything he says seriously. And the absurdity of implying that Elon has special needs, I mean, I'll tell you what Elon does have. Special results. Take a moment to think about the parents out there who have children who genuinely do have special needs. How do you think they're feeling about these kind of comments? As I said, become the kind of person who, if you're being secretly recorded 24/7, would never ever find a video surfacing of them saying anything that they couldn't proudly stand behind. Of course, it is important to remember that this man, or I'm assuming man, sorry, you never know these days, assuming guy, Alex, isn't representative of the majority of people on the political left or who work within Twitter, who obviously care more about diversity and inclusion than anything else. No one else within Twitter would ever say something horrible like this, because that goes against the very values that many of these people allegedly stand for. So Alex here is obviously a major exception to the rule. Sorry, I just need to sip from my don't bet against people with special needs cup. And now, as I said, I really do take issue with people being secretly filmed and recorded. I think it is absolutely despicable, but this recording exists. If it's true, and let's just assume that it's not, but if it is true, these last few seconds are absolutely incredible. And I mean incredible. You'll see what I mean.
Targeting of tweets.
Wait.
You can read it.
Let me see. And how to protect yourself. Groups like Project Veritas are active right now. Is that?
It's like some group that's trying to just out the employees. Like they're trying to go on dates with them like this and record them and then go sell it to the New York Times and say this is what the Twitter employee just said. This is what's really happening. This is what they're telling us to not do. You're lucky that you met me organically because I would be questioning everything about you.
So that did actually just happen. A guy on a date with another guy who apparently is from or related to this Project Veritas is literally on the date, and the guy he's on a date with is explaining to him that we're not meant to be going on dates with people, you know, be careful because there's people like this from this organization. He's literally explaining to somebody who's doing the exact same thing that are going out on dates with us, getting us to speak some facts and then get ourselves in some major horse shit. As I said, these kind of recordings are just disgusting, but you know what? Karma's a bitch. I got a funny feeling we're probably going to see many more of these types of recordings surfacing in the coming days and weeks. The good news is that this particular alleged Twitter employee who allegedly said these things, of course it just could be an actor playing the role quite well, is definitely the exception to the rule. The majority of people within Twitter don't think these kind of things about Elon or censorship or their role in controlling the information people see so they make the right decision. And there isn't a single other person within Twitter who claims to care a lot about diversity and inclusion who would mock and ridicule somebody who is, quote, neurodivergent, to use a buzzword, aka has autism. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Is this recording representative of a typical Twitter employee, the mindset, the philosophy, their values, or lack thereof, and their beliefs about their role, helping the planet by ensuring that people don't see certain opinions, thoughts, and ideas, and instead only see the relevant facts to make the correct decision? And just finally, don't forget you can join Patreon with the card in the corner or the link in the pinned comment. Join close to 4,000 other members who also have the special need of wanting to hear some more of my thoughts, opinions, and ideas on a lot of stuff that I can't even discuss here on YouTube. And just an FYI, to my fellow special needs people on the autism spectrum, there's quite a bit of autism-related content on Patreon. Just search for the tag autism. See you over there. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. I read every single comment on this channel and I really appreciate your feedback. So if you've got any thoughts on today's video, questions, comments, or suggestions for a new video, let me know in the comments below. Check the cards on screen now to browse the merch store, join Patreon, or watch the next video.